Hola, it's Matthew here with this month's property market report for the Alpahara, Lecrin Valley, Lanjaron and Orgiva. I hope you've had a good summer. It's certainly been a warm one, just like the property market at the moment. But let's dive on in and see what the facts and figures are. Welcome, and today we're going to have a look at the property market in the local area, looking at the facts and figures of what's really been going on, as well as the latest news and events affecting the property market here in Spain. Starting off with looking at Lanjaron, there were 66 properties available for sale, with an average asking price just over €100,000, around €780 per square metre. In Orgiva, there were 72 properties available for sale, with an average asking price just over €172,000, or around €1,000 per square metre. Moving over to the valley, we'll focus this month on the village of Albanuelas. There were 26 properties available for sale, with an average asking price of just under €58,000, or €454 per square metre. So what's been happening in the property market? Well, the property market at the moment is kind of a two-tier market. There are many properties that have been poorly marketed, overpriced, and are stuck on the market and have been sat there for a long time. And there is also the selling market where properties are priced correctly, marketed correctly, and are turning over very quickly. In fact, in the last month alone, we've had 4 properties that have sold before they've gone to the public market, and a number of properties with multiple offers being received. So sadly, some buyers have been missing out. Why is this occurring? Well, many buyers will spend maybe 6 or 12 months researching the property market in the local area before committing to buying. What that means is, if they're seeing the same tired properties online day after day, month after month, these are getting discounted quite quickly. And buyers then know what's overpriced and what's not, what's selling and what's not from their research. So if your property doesn't fit this, it's going to struggle. This is also combined with the shortage of stock at the moment. As you'll have seen from the numbers, during the course of this year, stock levels have been declining quite dramatically. What that means is this old stock that's still left on the market is becoming a bigger and bigger percentage, while the newer, fresher properties are selling quickly. There are things that can be done to help that, but that's more of a marketing thing than a news update. So don't hesitate to subscribe below or get in touch if you'd like to know more about that. So a question that's being asked a lot with the way things are happening in international markets around the world is this a good time to buy or sell a property in Spain? Well, the simple answer is it depends. If you're looking for a property for the next 10, 20 years, then there's no good or bad time to buy or sell because you'll move with the markets. If you're exiting the market, then now could be a good time to sell, as there are potential headwinds that we're facing in the markets around the world. If you look at the markets, for example, in Northern Europe, the UK, America, Canada, and Australia, these are the main property markets in the world. Most of those have seen the froth blown off the top of the coffee recently, and in the UK in particular, prices have been seen to come down a few percent over the last month. Now, that is a few percent compared to the previous year, so they may have come down, but not from the peak. Therefore, they could still be more. This is one of the problems with looking at headlines for property statistics. It's really important to understand what's going on behind them. But in essence, the markets around the world are cooling, and we will see a knock-on effect to this in Spain over the coming few months, probably starting in January next year. Bank Inter have done a recent study showing taking a collective of all the predictions of pricing, and that is expected to level out at around a 2% increase in Spain this year, with a 1% increase next year. So in essence, prices are levelling off, and trying to price into an upward curve in the market is not going to be effective going forward. Another thing to look at is the trends in demand, and that's something that we've seen a slight shift in actually over the last few months. During the pandemic, the demand was huge for outside space, and that was all the people wanted, outside space, outside space. That's shifted slightly now, where we're seeing more of a demand for inside space, but in open plan style. The Scandinavian style is very much in demand at the moment, whereas lots of small little rooms is really gone out of fashion. One of the reasons behind this is the cost of building materials is quite excessive at the moment, having pretty much doubled in the last year. So the cost of renovations and repairs has gone through the roof. What this means is properties that need renovation and modernisation are not in huge demand or need to be priced to reflect the cost of building and therefore the demand in the marketplace. We have also seen a huge increase in demand from US buyers. The reason for this is the dollar, having previously reached parity with the euro, actually exceeded that on the 29th of August, where it reached 1.01 euros to the dollar. Today, as we're filming, it continues to be at parity with 1-on-1. And as the cost of living crisis is engulfing the world, together with inflation pressures, certainly demand from the US we're seeing where people are bringing forward their retirement plans because the prices they can sell for in the US and then the dollar exchange rate means that they have a lot more buying power when coming here to Spain. So bringing forward those retirement plans is easing the cost of living, as it is generally much cheaper in Spain than it is in many Northern European countries and in the US. So US buyers, huge demand for at the moment, and a great time to capitalise on sales to US buyers with the exchange rate as it is. So as we leave the summer and start heading into autumn, is autumn a good time to be looking for property? Well, certainly is. Many people like to get moves completed and made before the new year, and we're seeing a huge demand again from people who want to do that. They've finished their summer breaks in Northern Europe, kids go back to school, and it's time to deal with moving as they wanted to. It's also a good time to capitalise again on retirement because many retirement buyers are looking to deal with things and buy before the end of the year. In many countries where there are different tax situations and tax years, selling property and buying in a different year is also quite an important thing when it comes to capital gains issues. So overall, the market is looking good for the autumn, but there are some strong headwinds in world economies, world housing markets, and potential talk of recession. That could have an impact on house prices in Spain, but we're yet to see what that's going to do. However, if you're looking to buy for the long term, that's not something to worry about because you will ride the markets over the longer term. So, thanks for watching. We will keep you updated with more property news and our monthly reports. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel where you can find out much more information about the property market and buying and selling. So, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.